Hello friends, it's me. And today we're checking out inventions that might look cool, but they are completely useless. This is a phone charger that you can actually wind up. What was the point of that? I thought it was charging the phone. Ends up destroying it. Y'all gotta stop buying these things off Temu. Useless electric car invention. There's like this plastic wrap protection that you can put on the charger so it doesn't get wet when it rains. You know they're waterproof, right? Like what happens when it rains? What happens when it snows? Oh no, my Tesla is going to malfunction because a few raindrops got into the charging port. It's going to electrify my entire family that is waiting inside playing Tesla games while it charges. Doesn't work that way. This is such an unnecessary step. Like bro, don't be scared, just plug it in. The water is not gonna mess up your electric car. This literally says touchless, and then yet you have to touch it to dispense the soda. What is the point of this? You know, I low-key hate touchless dispensers because it's like you have to wiggle the cup. What if it doesn't like the size of your cup? It doesn't sense your cup. It doesn't sense when it's full, and you gotta like get the perfect angle for it to be able to dispense. Like half the time it doesn't even recognize the cup is there. Like why would you say it's touchless when you gotta touch it to dispense it? I hate getting my hopes up. Useless. Why do jeans only have 2 back pockets? You can put your phone in it, you can put your wallet. What about your laptop? What if you need to put your laptop in your back pocket? Unnecessary inventions made some jeans with a unit pocket. Just one very large kangaroo pouch that could almost fit a laptop in. You know, it really depends on the size of your badonk, on how much storage you have back there. The bigger the badonk, the more trunk space. Now, little booty might only be able to accommodate an iPad. However, Kim Kardashian might be able to tote around her entire computer setup. These are shoes that you can fill with water. Bro got that new Yeezy H2O Max. Literally, what is the reason? This has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would you want to walk around with water sloshing all up in your sneakers? It's low-key kind of dumb.
I invented the Jewel Cooler, the first car van accessory for staying fresh and cold between your legs while driving around on a hot summer day. This one-of-a-kind breezy upgrade device will magnetically snap onto your car's vent and features our directional head that easily slides under your shorts. Then just crank up the fan speed and live your best life feeling crisp all summer long.
This must be like a man invention because I have never been in a hot car and thought to myself,
I need a little AC unit in my pants.
like, does it really get that hot? No, what if the cops pull you over? They're gonna be so confused. Why there is a tube connected from the car to your pants? The Jewel Cooler. I wonder if you make a girl version, it would be the Cooch Cooler. I don't know, maybe some people would appreciate this. You know, back in the day, what do you do when you don't want anybody to look at your screen? Nowadays, we have screen protectors where it looks black at every angle. Like my phone screen is on, but you can't see what I'm looking at. Back in the day, we had to use these. Monitor hoodie, so nobody can read your naughty emails or see you buying Bitcoin for 7 cents a Bitcoin. Oh, those were the good old days. Just kidding, this wasn't even a thing. But you know what is a thing? A poop knife. Have you heard of a poop knife? I'm just finding out about this. Zoom in, you see that right there? Inside the toilet bowl, there is a built-in poop knife. So if you drop a log that's a little too long, it slices it up to make it easier to flush down. I'm sorry, like why is this a thing? It makes me genuinely concerned what is coming out of some people's bodies. That y'all need a toilet with a built-in poop knife that like chops it up before flushing. I don't even want to know. Anyways, if your toilet doesn't have one of those, there's also a literal poop knife. It's like a spatula and you use it to break up the monstrous turd you just expelled from your body before flushing it. No more clogged toilets. What are you supposed to do with it after? Like, where do you put this thing? You're telling me you're gonna break up poop with it and then just like throw it in the dishwasher? No, this is horrifying. Yeah, maybe this isn't so useless. Maybe this is actually necessary for some people. Another useless toilet invention. Just in case you don't have a sink and only a toilet, you can put this net over your toilet seat and pour that filthy noodle water into the toilet where it belongs. And then what? Grab a handful of noodles, put it back in the pot, eat off the same seat that you pee? Unless you're a dog, I don't think so. This is as diabolical as it is unnecessary. Unnecessary inventions single-handedly carrying this video. With a morning time invention. So when your alarm goes off in the morning, a handle will release and you have to grab it, hurry up and grab it, and it will wake you up and pull you out of bed. So if you are a lazy daisy who struggles to get up in the morning, this is the invention for you. This sounds like a good idea, but you know what makes it useless? Is that you have exactly 3 seconds to grab the handle while you're still half asleep so it can pick you up. But it's like if you don't grab the handle in those 3 seconds, then it'll just go up. 99.9% of you will most likely miss it, rendering this invention useless. First you miss the alarm and then you miss the rise and shine handle.
Rise and shine.
Now let's just go back to sleep. Choose your utensil. A spoon with a giant hole. They call this the skinny spoon. You know, everything you try to scoop up with it falls right out. Very popular when you're on a diet. And then the fork. The fork, just don't be forking. What are you supposed to do with these nubs? Stab a macaroni? At this point, I'm just eating with my hands. You know, if that wasn't infuriating enough. Scissors with one hole. These would be impossible to even open up. They don't even separate. You can't even open up the scissors. This is the most useless invention by far. Like, at this point, it's better off being like a kunai. Stab the person who created this. This is a lipstick mask. As a child, if you could never color inside the lines, you probably grew up to be an adult who can't properly apply lipstick. So let's do the extra step of putting on our lipstick mask so we can fill in the lines. You know, it doesn't even matter if it doesn't match our lip shape. Now, I'm sure they'll look very plump and juicy from 20 feet away, and definitely not like you scribbled all over your face. I really hate this. This is probably the worst one on the list today. A water bottle with no spout. How do you get the water out? Why is there a cup right next to it? Teasing me, thinking that you could just pour the water into the cup. No. How do you get the water out? You gotta cut it. Rage bait water bottle for your bestie with anger issues. Is that a slide or a cheese grater? Don't go down too far, lest your ankles get grated into shredded child cheese. You know, if this is the real thing, it's for when it rains, the water's supposed to go through the holes so it doesn't accumulate at the apex of the slide. That's my guess. It still looks like a cheese grater to me. This is a useless box. It really lives up to the name because you push the button, it opens, and then a little lever pops out and closes it. So you are in a constant battle against the useless box. Like, what's the point of this? Like, you can't even keep anything in it. As soon as you pop it open, it closes right back. Absolutely useless. Useless gadgets. Armor for your fingers while you chop things. Oh, I've seen these before. This is an actual invention. By the time it takes my fingers to suit up, my onions are already cut. My salad is done. Ain't nobody got time for this. Now, honestly, I'd rather risk cutting my finger than having to put on my Iron Man hands to chop a potato. I think it's a little silly, but not useless.
Useless invention guy, can you please make a cereal spoon?
Instead of a spoon, I decided to make a bowl that makes sure your cereal never gets too soggy in the milk.
This actually might be genius. Yeah, this is a new way to eat cereal. Quite possibly the ideal way to eat cereal. So it dispenses fresh Fruit Loops into the milk so you never have soggy cereal. Bro solved the problem to soggy cereal. You just gotta eat it in a bowl like this. You don't need a whole invention for it. Like, if soggy cereal bothers you so much, separate them. Cereal, milk. Put the cereal in and then eat it right away. Personally, I don't mind the soggy cereal because I'm like, I already ate all the nice crunchy cereal at the top. I kind of like the soggy cereal at the bottom. And I eat it pretty fast so it doesn't get too soggy. I think the biggest problem with this is that the spoon's point of view is obstructed by the cereal dispenser. I don't like it. It needs a bigger bowl. You know, an infinity pool of milk for the cereal. That sounds fancy. Unnecessary inventions. Made a standing keyboard. Basically took all the keys, put them on stilts. Okay, now there is a standing mouse where you shove your regular mouse in and then you can use it from 10 inches higher. Wow, what's the point of this?
Your productivity has absolutely never been higher.
Increased productivity? How? By elevating your mouse 10 inches on the vertical? Are you supposed to stand up? You know they make desks that go up? See, that's a good invention. These, there's no point if your desk just goes up or you could just sit. I don't know why people are so adamant about standing up while they work on their desk. Just sit. I don't know, I just can't do it. I can't type, I can't record videos while I'm standing up. I have to be sitting down. But like, when I'm looking for content and when I'm on TikTok and when I'm doom scrolling, I made a new rule. I'm only allowed to do that when I'm on a treadmill. That's how I get all my steps in for the day. Oh, I wanna go on my phone? I just go walk on the treadmill. 30 minutes of scroll time and 30 minutes of walk time. It's a win-win situation. I do most of my work on the treadmill too, except when I have to come here to record. This is an invention. That's a chair that's for humans and pets. So your dog can sit right next to you while you work. A human chair and a dog bed, put them together. It's cute, but honestly, what's the point? I'm on my chair right here and my dogs are on a bed right under my desk. You know, let's just take two perfectly functional things and just put them together to make something completely unnecessary. Unless you want to give your dog the freedom to climb the stairs and sit in your lap whenever they please. I guess it's not so useless. This artist makes useless designs. So like, take a perfectly good pair of rain boots, cut out the toe, and make them sandal rain boots. Now you can have your piggies out, show off your cute little pedicure while stomping around in the rain. I don't think the interior is as waterproof as the exterior. It's not just that though. She has a lot more useless inventions for you. A fork on a chain. How do you even use this? This is just wildly inconvenient. A wine glass that is shaped like an Easter egg with a hole. I actually went to a restaurant in Spain where they served a drink in like an Easter egg and it had a hole. You basically have to hold it like this and sip from the egg hole. A double glass. What is this even for? So you and a lover can sip at the same time? There is a 99.9% chance of spills. A salt shaker that is shaped like an hourglass. You know the hourglass where you have to wait for the sand to go through? Well, it's a salt and pepper shaker where you have to wait for the seasoning to go down so you can use it. So we're gonna be waiting here in our goofy rain boots for the salt and pepper to come down so we can season our bread and eat it with our chain fork. But wait, it's not over. A watering can, which waters itself. You know, this is quite the selfish design. Instead of watering other flowers, you pour the water and it just goes right back in where it came from. Katarina, I'm starting to think that you are a rage baiter. Let's take perfectly useful things and make them unusable. Great job. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and
make sure you turn on notifications. Click, click.
and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Ow! I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.